Hello everybody, my name is WyattMPony and welcome to another Month of Macabre reaction video. And today this is first ever time. Today we're going to be watching Letter In, an MLP fanfic reading, a darkfic by GutiSerenade. And if you guys want more Month of Macabre reaction videos and gameplay, let me know in the comments below. We will be doing lots and lots and lots of videos into the Month of Macabre. Okay, that sounds creepy, but you guys already know the drill. We're going to be watching Let Her In fanfic reading by GutiSerenade. So let's read the description, shall we? Fluttershy is staring in through Apple Bloom's window every night. She's acting very peculiar, but is it really Fluttershy? The story is by Toon Shy, Starry-voiced Fluttershy, Cattybug voiced Apple Bloom, of course, Lost voiced Applejack. Okay, so Letter In, MLP fanfic reading, darkfic. Let's do this. GutiSerenade's tenebrous terror tales. What in the absolute fuck? Wait, so does this mean Guti's narrating this, I guess? Oh, what the hell?
Night 1. A hoof tapped against the window panes.
Night 1! Oh, is this Five Nights at Freddy's?
Fluttershy was standing outside of Apple Bloom's bedroom window. Her eyes were blank, and her smile slight enough to go virtually unnoticed. As Apple Bloom turned her head towards the window, Fluttershy raised a hoof and tapped against the glass again.
Oh god.
She mouthed 4 words, her mouth barely moving.
Oh god, get out of here. Oh god.
Apple Bloom pulled the covers over her head.
Oh, this
she
is
listened
scaring
to the
me.
creaks and groans of the house settling. It would be dawn soon. The tapping started again.
Stop.
Night 2.
Hello?
Fluttershy was standing outside of the window
Night
again.
2?
Her eyes didn't look quite right, but Apple Bloom would have been at a loss if asked to describe how. The dark red stain across the left of Fluttershy's face contrasted harshly with her normally bright fur. She again tapped on the glass, again mouthing those 4 words.
It's cold out here.
It was not cold.
I don't like this!
If anything, it was an unusually warm spring night. Apple Bloom pulled the covers up to her muzzle. A part of her wanted to open the window and let Fluttershy in.
Oh!
Yet there
God!
was that whisper at the back of her young mind.
No,
Some part of Apple Bloom's brain said.
do not open the window.
Don't.
So she merely sat there, staring into Fluttershy's slightly off eyes. Sleep
God, no,
seemed
stop!
a remote possibility.
Oh god, I don't
But
like
eventually
that.
it
I don't
came.
like that glitch.
Apple Bloom dozed off.
Why does
just
that
as
other
the
face
tapping stopped.
remind me of the pony dop? Yo,
My bad. Oh, hey!
Night
Oh,
3.
get out of here! Oh, hey!
That
did
night,
you even hear what I said?
of
Am I the
toys.
only one who's reminded
really
of the
toys in
pony dop
general.
mob
Yeah, I heard that.
familiar
series?
Did you
plush
see
show
that?
wouldn't face
Yeah, I
the
saw
childhood.
that.
See that?
Yeah.
In general, night. Apple Bloom dreamed of toys.
Yeah, I
Not
did.
merely toys in general, but familiar
But
plush
really,
wooden
what I
faces
meant
from
is
her
the
childhood.
really terrifying
wooden dolls
face
Granny Smith
is
had
what
given
I
her.
mean.
The hand-me-downs from Big Macintosh and Applejack were also
Fuck
there.
you, go away.
Although they looked dingier than Apple Bloom
I love
remembered,
Fluttershy, but go fuck yourself.
she found herself digging through what seemed to be an unending pile of toys.
What am I looking for?
Apple
Can
Bloom
you
wondered.
please go away?
Apple Bloom decided a minute later It must be King Paws, her favorite teddy bear. She remembered
you
loving
please
him
close the
immensely when she was a
curtain?
foal. But why couldn't she find him?
Oh
Surely he
God,
must be
no! Get out of
somewhere.
here!
Surely this
Oh, fuck
relic of
you, get
Apple
outta
Bloom's
here.
foalhood was not so easily buried. But King Paws hadn't been buried. Had he? He had gone missing. He had vanished from her life one spring night. And Apple Bloom had never been quite the same since. With this realization, Apple Bloom started to sob. This rush of emotion yanked her out of her dream. Fluttershy was standing outside the window again.
Please
Clutched in
go
her
away!
Was a tattered, old teddy bear.
Oh!
Night 4. Apple Bloom slept
Night
in
4?
Applejack's bed that night. She made up some excuse about nightmares, horribly aware of how immature she sounded. But her big sister was more than willing to switch bedrooms for the night. And of course, Apple Bloom could not tell her the real reason she was so distraught.
It's because she's
Lying
staring
in
through the
bed,
window like a creep.
Apple Bloom started thinking about her foalhood for some reason. She recalled bright eyes peering out from an open wardrobe.
Oh,
Shadows
get
slinking
out of
across the
here!
floor, a husky sigh as she approached sleep. But those were not memories.
Go
Were they?
away!
Surely they were
don't
simply
like
the
you.
remnants of past bad dreams. Applejack
Go
complained of a headache the
away.
next
I don't
morning,
like you.
but otherwise was none the worse for wear.
Oh my God, thank you.
Night 5. Apple Bloom
Wait,
was
night
alone in
5?
the house. Her siblings and grandmother had left the premises, the former due to a last-minute order, and the latter due to some business with a distant relative. They would not be back until late the next day. Prior to bed, Apple Bloom locked all the doors and windows in the house. She made a bed for herself on the living room couch, and as one final precaution, Apple Bloom took an old garden hoe from the barn. She laid it next to her makeshift bed within Hooves' reach.
That's a good
It was
idea.
raining outside. Apple Bloom listened to the raindrops splattering against the roof as she dozed off. Occasionally, she was convinced she heard something else. A footstep? A bang? A whisper? No. It was her imagination. Or perhaps the wind. Apple Bloom snuggled deeper under the blanket.
I'm scared right now. Night 6.
More
Oh, I
noises.
hate this.
They sounded
Stop.
as if they were coming from her bedroom. But that was impossible. The window was closed. But was it closed?
Oh!
Apple Bloom sat up, her heart pounding. She thought
Please
her
grab the
locking
garden.
down of the house had been thorough. But hadn't she
Grab the garden.
intentionally avoided her bedroom, trusting the window to be closed? Yet any
No.
pony in her family could have opened it prior to their leaving. Even more noises, banging,
I
and
don't
perhaps
like this!
footsteps. And Apple Bloom was now certain they were coming from her room. She clutched the blanket, quivering. What was she going to do? Investigate?
Grab the
Flee?
garden.
But what if it really was her imagination, and the window was firmly shut? If so, stepping out of the house might put her in more danger. Apple Bloom threw off the blanket and dropped to the floor. She had to know. Perhaps she was trotting to her own death.
Oh,
It was better
no,
than simply
don't
waiting
do
for
that!
some unknown horror to grab her. Apple Bloom took the garden hoe in her mouth before she headed up the stairs. The house was silent, but Apple Bloom was not
shit.
fooled. She approached her bedroom with caution. A part of her expected the door to fly open and for some awful creature to pounce. But having a weapon of sorts made Apple Bloom feel brave. Brave enough to gently push the door open without hesitation.
Oh, I hate that sound.
The window was open. The wind, now practically howling, was slapping sheets of rain and leaves into the room. Judging by the twigs and leaves that had accumulated under the window, it had been open for a while. But the window was not the part that made Apple Bloom pause. It was not the cause of the scream that climbed halfway up her throat. She saw it within seconds. And once she did, Apple Bloom thanked Celestia she had not stepped into the room. Something was in Apple Bloom's bed. A pony-shaped lump was visible under the covers. It was moving, its chest rising and falling with every breath.
Back up! Back it up!
Apple Bloom thought she smelled something rotting and dusty.
Oh no! Go away,
man!
Go away! Go away! Run!
But she could have imagined it. Apple Bloom did not move. Neither did the creature,
back out.
save for its breathing. Apple Bloom realized the creature did not seem to notice she was there. It did not stir as she stood frozen in the doorway, nor did the wind and rain seem to disturb it.
Get out of the room! Get out of the room!
Apple Bloom eventually left the room, quietly shutting the door behind her. She went back downstairs, slower this time, as not to make too much noise. Apple Bloom ended up spending the night in the barn. When her family returned and demanded an explanation, she made up some half-believable story about a burglar. She refused to return to the house until all the rooms had been searched. As Apple Bloom had expected, no signs of a break-in were found, save for the open window in her bedroom. Apple Bloom returned to her bedroom after the search was complete. Other than a few dry leaves and the lingering smell of decay, there was no indication of anything having slept in her bed. However, Apple Bloom found that one of the dresses in her wardrobe was covered with dirt and what appeared to be a single bloody hoofprint. Apple Bloom burned the dress in the fireplace later that day.
Oh God, no, get out of here!
Night 6. Apple Bloom stayed up all night. She was sleepy to the point of near madness, but she refused to tear her eyes from the window. Fluttershy was watching her yet again. This time, she held a single piece of ripped cloth from her mouth. It was from the dress Apple Bloom had burnt. Apple Bloom had buried the remains of it in the yard. Apple Bloom thought of the eyes and the shadows that seemed to have haunted her early foalhood. She was now convinced she had also heard scratching noises and perhaps tapping. But memories and nightmares had become interchangeable as of late. Apple Bloom was not wholly convinced they were not one and the same. The two sat locked in what seemed to be a staring contest until morning came. As soon as Celestia's light poked its way through the clouds, Fluttershy turned and trotted away. Apple Bloom did not get up from her bed. It was minutes before she at last gave in to slumber.
That's creepy. I hate it.
Night 7.
7.
Applejack had found the remains of the dress and demanded to know why Apple Bloom was burning her clothes. She also asked Apple Bloom about her apparent sleeping troubles and her hostility towards Fluttershy. Apple Bloom confessed nothing. She made excuses that were far from plausible. Apple Bloom did not care if her sister was satisfied or not. A part of her hoped Applejack would send her away, perhaps to a relative's house. At least, Apple Bloom would be far away from this nightmare if that happened.
Oh God, I'm
But Applejack
scared.
had not sent her away.
I hate this.
Apple Bloom was certain Applejack was consulting Big Macintosh over the matter.
Derpy, what about you?
But for the time being,
Honestly,
she was forced into another staring contest
honestly,
with Fluttershy, or whatever
honestly,
loathsome creature wore Fluttershy's face outside
probably
her
one of
window.
one of the most
Fluttershy
creepy
pressed her hooves
stories
against the
I've ever
window.
watched.
Her eyes seemed larger than they should have been. She
Oh,
appeared
God, get out of
mournful,
here.
as if denied some great conquest.
Can you please, for the love of God, talk?
Apple Bloom could only stare for so long before she turned away.
I
Fluttershy
hate this so
mouthed
much.
those familiar words again.
Gosh, damn it.
Get out here.
Apple Bloom stuck her head underneath the covers. She did not hear Fluttershy tapping at the
Why?
window,
Why?
but that mournful
warm.
face had taken over her thoughts.
It's cold out here.
Night 8. Apple Bloom thought she might have been sleepwalking the previous night, for she had not awakened in her bed, but curled up in front of the closed window.
Oh, shit.
Enough is enough, Apple Bloom thought as she lay
Oh,
in
fuck
bed.
you. No, get out of here.
It might
Get
have
out of here.
seemed like a
What are
brave
you doing?
proclamation,
What are you
but
doing?
in truth, Apple Bloom was
Oh,
terrified.
no.
She again did not sleep. Her eyes focused on the creature outside of her window.
Oh,
Fluttershy
God!
returned Apple Bloom's stare, smiling and licking her lips.
Oh, God.
Night 9. Earlier, Apple Bloom had overheard her older siblings talking about doctors. She was aware they planned to send her to one.
Go
Whatever her
away!
siblings planned to do, Apple Bloom was
Nobody
confident her
likes
troubles
you.
would end soon enough.
I hate it.
Seriously, just imagine
Bloom
that
opened her window
Fluttershy
at
being
night.
all like,
She waited
hey,
until the sun
hey,
had sunk
hey,
below the trees
stay
before
out of my
Her family
shed.
had dozed off a little while ago.
Imagine it being in your window.
Confident she was the only sleepless soul in the house, Apple Bloom left her bedroom and went downstairs. In the
Why does
kitchen,
that look
Apple
like
Bloom
that?
procured an old gas lamp.
But really, am I
She also
right
took
though
the
that it
sharpest kitchen knife she could
reminds
find
you
from the drawer.
of, you know,
Far
It does,
more
does,
useful than the
honestly.
garden hoe she'd chosen last time. But in this case, the purpose was not mere defense.
Grab an axe.
Apple Bloom waited until darkness
Heck,
had truly fallen.
freaking
Grab
grab.
the
Then she
shovel.
crept back to
Actually,
her room.
grab a
The
gun.
gas
Let's
lamp held
freaking
precariously
Grab a
on
gun!
one hoof, and the knife handle in her mouth.
let's
it's
freaking
a
shoot
knife.
this.
Apple Bloom
Yo,
nudged
let's
the
got a
door
knife,
open,
but
inch
yeah.
by inch, careful to minimize any
gun.
noise she made.
You grab a fucking gun and shoot this
The
bitch.
creature was again lying in Apple Bloom's bed, the outline of its
Oh,
form
God.
underneath the covers.
For God's sake,
Apple
sneak
Bloom
up
placed the
and
gas lamp on the
freaking...
floor. She froze
freaking
as
Jason
it touched
Voorhees
the
that
floorboards with the slightest
Or
thump.
do Michael Myers.
But she
Oh, no,
saw
Jeff the Killer.
evidence
Do Jeff the
of the
Killer
creature
shit.
awakening at the sound. Apple Bloom held back a sigh of relief. Apple Bloom
Wait, she
waited
pulled
a
the
few
covers
more
back, and
minutes
there's nothing
to
there.
ascertain that the thing was asleep. She then approached the bed, knife still clutched tightly in her mouth.
Oh,
She
no,
was
she didn't.
shaking, but she refused
If
to
she pulls the
hesitate
covers
in
back,
this
it's gonna
moment of
jump out.
action. Apple Bloom reached the side of the bed and gently pressed both hooves against it. She eased herself up, carefully pulling herself onto the bed next to the creature. And then the creature moved. It was only a slight shift, as if it was trying to get comfortable. But it was enough to completely destroy Apple Bloom's nerve. Apple Bloom dropped the knife, a squeak of terror flying out of her mouth. She pressed both hooves against her mouth. But it was far too late.
Oh, no!
Creature seemed to sense Apple Bloom was near. It moved in one swift, jerky motion, arching its back and bending its head in a way no normal pony could have done.
no!
The creature gave a long growl, its body appearing to convulse as it threw the covers from it. Apple Bloom screamed, leaping from the bed. The creature leaped from the bed as well, moving in a way similar to a spider. It still resembled Fluttershy, but its neck was bent at an unnatural angle as if broken, bent to one side and upside down. It regarded Applebloom with its upside-down grin, a grin extending far past what should have been possible. Its tongue hung limply from one side of its mouth, like that of an excited dog.
What are
It
you?
was panting in eagerness. Applejack rushed into the room, a gas lamp in her hoof.
What in the hey is going on?
Applejack
is
said
it?
breathlessly. But Applebloom could only whimper, pointing a hoof at the creature that now stood in silent triumph near the window. Applejack's eyes widened with bemusement and horror.
What in darnation?
The creature moved its neck again, adjusting its head to a more normal position. Its face no longer even vaguely resembled Fluttershy. Instead, it had morphed into some twisted mockery of the shy pony's face. The mouth stretched even farther, the pupils smaller than pinpricks. It was breathing heavily, a tongue at least a foot long hanging from its gaping maw. Applejack threw the gas lamp at the creature. It shattered upon impact, setting the vile thing on fire. All at once, the creature's twisted face rearranged itself. It now became a more accurate representation of Fluttershy. The flames started to engulf it immediately. A scent not unlike that of sulfur rose as patches of its fur hastily burned away. The creature objected loudly, alternating between screams eerily similar to those of Fluttershy and deep screeches not unlike that of a tortured bird. The fur and flesh burned away at an unnatural rate, the screams and screeches continuing long after they should have ended. The last to surrender to the inferno was the light pink mane. After a few moments, all that remained was a charred skeleton.
Oh my god.
Applebloom and Applejack
Oh, that
did not speak
scared
to
the
each
fuck
other.
out of me.
Neither spoke a word of the incident, even after Applejack had buried the body in a secluded part of the farm. In fact, they both
with
took the
that
secret
show.
to their graves. Applebloom never again slept with her window open, even on particularly hot nights. Eventually, she was able to resume regular interaction with the real Fluttershy, although it took months before she could look her in the eye. And for a while after that, Applebloom would shudder every time Fluttershy smiled. The creature's smile would haunt her for the remainder of her days. Occasionally, on nights when it was particularly cold and the wind is close to howling, Applebloom will swear she hears a tapping at her window, but she never gets up to check. She merely snuggles deeper under her covers, willing herself to enter dreamland quicker. But it is a little harder to ignore the voice. It whispers to her, seemingly inches away from her ear.
No.
It sounds very much like Fluttershy.
No!
Oh, down here.
Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Oh, that was creepy as hell! Thank you for watching. Oh, no problem. No problem, Goody. No problem, man. No problem at all, man. Oh, but that was fucking horrifying. Okay. I don't want to watch it again. Oh my god, guys. Holy fucking shit. That was scary. my heart was beating. I was so scared of like what was gonna happen. But what was that? What kind of creature could do that? A demon. I think it was a demon. I really think it was a demon pretending to be Fluttershy. But here's the thing, it couldn't be killed by fire. If it was a demon, it wouldn't die by fire. Maybe it was an alien of some kind. Oh, but that's so
Hear that?
weird. Oh, man. Well, at least I had my RD plush comforting me through the whole thing. I'm telling you, that was scary. That was very scary.
I listen to these types of things all the time. That didn't scare me one bit.
Oh man, but this is my first time. Like, I've watched other Grimdarks, but this is just, that was creepy. Especially with some that was Fluttershy. Oh my god. Okay, if I'm gonna give it a rating now, I'm gonna give the rating a... I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Like, cause that was scary, especially for a child who would sleep in the bed, and you hear something out of your window. Oh my god, that is horrifying. That's what children hate the most, like in real life. That's what they think they will see in their window. Like, I used to be scared to sleep by myself in my room at night. When I was a kid, I had to sleep with my mom all the time. But anyway,
So people really think that some zombie or something is gonna be right next to your window saying it's cold out here?
or anything. It could be anything. Like, some children think that. Or they think there's a boogeyman in your closet, or under the bed, or just something. But oh my god, that was horrifying. I give it a 10 out of 10. I really... That was crazy. Especially the artwork. Oh my god. And it's just that face! That face! Oh my god.
What's the reason why that face literally reminded me of the Pony.Mob series? Seriously.
Oh man, yeah. Oh.
Seriously, just imagine that Fluttershy being, that fake Fluttershy being all like, hey, 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 open the store, okay?
Let's just, okay. We're done.
Hey, I had to.
It's a 10 out of 10. But before we end the video, I have an announcement to make. After days and weeks of talking and forgiving each other, Plur and me are together again. And she's coming back to the channel. Now, I did say in the update video she wasn't coming back, but after... Not just because we're together now, but also because now that I know that what she did was a mistake, and after doing that with her and understanding, we have an understanding, and so I want to bring her back. So guys, whenever she shows up here, welcome her back with open arms. But for right now, let's just get out of here. I have got to go do something, because now I got to get that image out of my head. I gotta go get the image of Fluttershy looking like that out of my head. Thank you everybody so much for watching. And as always, we will see all of you in the next video. Bye bye!
Hey everyone, Mecha here. And guys, while editing this video and listening to the story, look, this is the second story about Fluttershy. That really got to me so bad. It was just, oh my god, my thoughts. It was very, very creepy and terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to rate it 10 out of 10, maybe an 11 out of 10, maybe. It just got me so bad, just like the other video. If you guys have not seen Angel of Mercy, that one got me real good, but this one, I think this one got me either just as good, if not better. I don't know what else to say about it. Just thinking about it right now during this process is just, I'm literally shaking on the inside right now, and I just don't know what to think. If I had to pick which one I thought was more creepier, definitely this one. This one for sure. I don't know what it is, but these Fluttershy stories just get the better of me. It's probably because Fluttershy's my favorite character, and you don't expect this from her, but but yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys my quick thoughts on this story, like I did the other one. That was Angel of Mercy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys like my thoughts. You know, and for the matter of fact, Wyatt has given me permission to add my own thoughts into any of his reaction videos. So thank you for that, Wyatt. I do appreciate that. So look forward to more of those coming. But for this one, I don't know how much more I could say about it. If you guys have not watched the original video or heard the original story, please do. It's such a good story, yet it's creepy. But if that's something, you know, you're not wanting to do, then by all means, don't listen to it. Don't even watch it late at night without a light on. Really don't. It's even more creepier that way. So yeah, but I'm not going to take up too much time with this video, so please do give Wyatt some support here on the channel, and don't forget to check me out as well. And with that being said, I will now let the outro begin.